Welcome back to Everyday Arrays. Today, I want to show you how to prevent your 2002 to 2007 Mini Cooper from hitting the junkyard prematurely, and how this problem can be prevented for less than $40 and some elbow grease. Now, let's get to the problem. The problem is a failed electric power steering pump, and the reason it happens is it starts leaking right from here, and then you've got the power steering coolant fan that goes right under the power steering pump. That fan becomes dirty like this and sticky, and since the fan is all the way at the bottom of the car, it ends up picking up leaves and a bunch of trash from the road, so the inlet of the fan becomes clogged. That makes your fan not work very good. Then your electric power steering pump overheats and it fails, and then your car becomes very hard to steer. You call a shop and you find out it costs a whole lot of money to fix it, and it's mainly due to expensive parts. It's not very hard to repair, but the parts are very expensive. First, you got a pump, which can cost from $400 to like $800 just for the pump alone. Then you got a faulty radiator fan that you want to replace. Even if it hasn't failed, you don't want to gamble and keep the old one on there, especially if it's been soaked in power steering fluid. And then, since 2002 Mini Cooper in 2024 is 22 years old, that makes Mini Cooper not worth a whole lot of money. And spending $1,000 to fix it is not very practical for probably 90% of people, unless you're attached to the car, which a lot of people don't get attached. It's going to end up going to the junkyard. But all this can actually be prevented. Now, the way most people, I guess, would catch it is when you're doing an oil change, you go under the Mini Cooper, and then if you see a bunch of junk, a bunch of oil on your power steering fan, that's when the alarm should be kicking in, and you should be trying to fix it. So let me show you exactly what you got to fix. For that reason, I've taken one apart to show you all the internals and exactly what happens. So obviously there are you could have two easy fix. You've got this inlet, like a return inlet. It's just the rubber hose with the clamp. It goes to the container where you put the power steering fluid in. That part is very easy to change and very affordable. But it really doesn't fail because it's stationary. It doesn't move. It gets clamped on and it stays there unless your hose gets hard as a rock due to, I don't know, overheating issues. It doesn't really fail. So then the second leak could be from a high pressure line. You got this rubber seal and it goes in like so, but once again, this part is stationary. The seal doesn't move, so it doesn't fail very often. So once again, that's usually not the problem. So now let me move this pump out of the way, and this is what I call a rotor. It's got 4 magnets. Then we have this pump. This is what I call stator. It's got a bunch of coils. It's got one bearing here. It's got another bearing here, and it's held by a C-clip. inside there. You can take the whole thing apart. You got 4 Phillips head screws. You can take it apart and get to the module. That's the part that's pretty expensive. You can replace it, but it's 250 bucks plus shipping and taxes. And then you've got the part where the fluid returns from the container. Oh no, my bad. You got another part. This is the hydraulic part of the pump. There's a hole where the shaft goes in that spins and pumps the fluid. And then you've got this plastic piece where the fluid stays. So this part, the electric part, you don't really get any problems here. The fluid cannot go in there because it has a seal. You can see part of the seal is still on this rotor. And so this part doesn't get contaminated. This part fails when it overheats. So then we move to the hydraulic part. As you can see, you got a seal right here. It gets clamped on by this hose clamp. So this seal is stationary and doesn't fail unless it gets hard as a rock, which could only happen from a lot of heat. This pump came out of 02 Mini Cooper with 150,000 miles, and this seal is still pliable, very soft, so it wasn't leaking here. Now where the problem happens is right in here, the seal that goes around the shaft that spins around like so. Boom, that's what turns the hydraulic part. You got 2 little holes right there. So this seal is constantly getting spun by the shaft. So this what fails. This tiny small seal fails, and as you can see, there isn't a seal or a gasket any kind. It goes in there like so, and it'll start leaking right between them. As soon as that seal fails, boom, it'll start coming out because there is nothing stopping from fluid from dripping down. So then it drips on the fan, and you get the whole thing. You get the whole picture. So now, if you take your pump out, as soon as you see a bunch of oil on the fan, and it's not a very hard job. You got to drop a rear part of the K-member, and you got 4 bolts, 4 mounts, rubber mounts on the pump that holds it to the bracket. Then you got to disconnect the hose, low pressure hose and a high pressure hose. Then you got to disconnect this big electric connection, and then you got to disconnect the 3-wire small connection right there. Very easy. Pull the pump out. You don't even have to take this part apart because it doesn't fail very often. You got brushes, but you know this pump's got 150,000 miles and 22 years, and they're still in good shape. All you have to do is use T24 Torx. Boom. Take it apart. Remove the whole thing. You can actually keep this plastic thing on there. Remove the seal. Replace it. Put it back together. Put it back in the car. And it'll save you a whole bunch of money. Now, I was able to find a whole seal kit from a company in Florida named Sun Transmissions, SUN. I'll put it in the description. And the kit comes with this seal, the one that fails. It comes with this seal. It comes with the seal around the rotor housing, I guess you would say that. See, I got to replace it because this one tore up. And I took it apart, and it comes with this bearing. It comes with this bearing, and it comes with the C-clip right there. So pretty much everything you need. And the best part is I paid what, less than $40 shipped. You can't beat $40 in maybe hour and a half of work. That's probably 50% of people could probably do. So $40 is a whole lot cheaper than a $1,000 repair. And you could spend $40 fixing your car, fixing your 22-year-old Mini Cooper. It's worth the money. I mean, that's what I would do. So that's going to be it for today. My parts should be here in about 2 days. I'll go ahead and replace all these seals in this one. And then what I'll try to do is I'll try to track down the seal alone. I wasn't able to find just this tiny seal. And if somebody makes just this seal, you could save a whole lot of Mini Coopers. So that's going to be it for today. The video is already 12 minutes. So if you guys enjoyed this video, if you need to know any more information, go ahead and put it in the comment section. And like always, have a good day.